Today we're diving into the fascinating life and presidency of one of the most polarizing figures in recent history, Donald Trump. From his beginnings as a real estate mogul to his tenure in the Oval Office, Trump's journey is one of ambition, controversy, and constant reinvention. Whether you're a fan, a critic, or just curious, there's no denying his impact on American politics. So, let's get started. Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946 in Queens, New York City. Growing up in a wealthy family, he was the fourth of 5 children born to Fred and Mary Trump. His father, Fred Trump, was a successful real estate developer, particularly known for building affordable housing in New York's outer boroughs. From a young age, Donald showed a strong personality and an ambition to make a name for himself. In fact, his boldness sometimes led to trouble. At just 13, his parents sent him to the New York Military Academy, hoping it would help channel his energy and discipline his rebellious side. This experience shaped Trump's confidence and sense of discipline. After college, Donald joined his father's real estate company, eventually taking the reins in the 1970s. Rebranding the business as the Trump Organization, he focused on luxury real estate and landmark buildings. By the 1980s, Trump had transformed himself into a media-savvy real estate mogul, with projects like Trump Tower in Manhattan, cementing his reputation in the world of high-stakes business. Beyond real estate, Trump expanded into the world of entertainment. He acquired casinos in Atlantic City, launched the Trump Shuttle airline, and even had his own board game called Trump the Game. But perhaps his most famous venture into media came in 2004, when he became the host of the reality TV show The Apprentice. With his signature catchphrase, "You're fired," Trump's public persona grew larger than life, and he became a household name across the country. For years, he leveraged his TV fame to enhance his brand, and by the late 2000s, Donald Trump wasn't just a businessman, he was a celebrity. Trump had flirted with the idea of running for office for decades. But it was in 2015, after years of speculation, that he officially entered the political arena, announcing his candidacy for president as a Republican. His campaign quickly attracted media attention with his unfiltered rhetoric and promises to "Make America Great Again," a slogan that would become his trademark. He tapped into the frustrations of many Americans who felt left behind by the political establishment. His promises to bring jobs back to the US, crack down on illegal immigration, and renegotiate trade deals struck a chord with a significant portion of voters. Despite controversies, Trump continued to gain momentum, ultimately securing the Republican nomination. In a historic upset, Donald Trump defeated Hillary Clinton in the 2016 election, winning the Electoral College even though he lost the popular vote. His victory shocked the world and marked the beginning of one of the most unconventional presidencies in modern history. Trump's presidency was defined by a mix of populist policies, unfiltered communication, and controversies that often overshadowed his achievements. He came into office with bold promises and quickly set out to deliver on his key campaign pledges. Domestically, Trump's administration focused heavily on economic growth. In 2017, he signed the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act into law, one of the largest tax cuts in U.S. history, aiming to stimulate economic growth and increase jobs. Unemployment rates dropped to historic lows, and the stock market surged. Critics, however, argued that the tax cuts disproportionately benefited the wealthy and increased the national deficit. Another major focus was deregulation. Trump sought to roll back environmental and financial regulations to encourage business growth, which was met with praise from many in the business sector, but criticism from environmentalists. On the world stage, Trump's America First approach redefined U.S. foreign policy. He withdrew from international agreements like the Paris Climate Accord and the Iran nuclear deal, arguing that these agreements weren't in the U.S.'s best interest. Instead, he emphasized bilateral agreements and pressured NATO allies to increase their defense spending. One of Trump's most significant foreign policy moments came in 2018, when he became the first sitting U.S. president to meet with a North Korean leader. While the meetings with Kim Jong-un were historic, concrete results in denuclearization proved elusive. Immigration was one of the defining issues of Trump's presidency. He pledged to build a wall along the US-Mexico border and took a tough stance on illegal immigration, implementing policies like the travel ban, targeting predominantly Muslim countries. His policies were controversial and sparked widespread debate on immigration reform. Controversy followed Trump throughout his presidency, peaking with 2 impeachment trials. In 2019, he was impeached for abuse of power and obstruction of Congress related to his dealings with Ukraine, though he was acquitted by the Senate. In 2021, following the January 6th Capitol riot, Trump was impeached a second time on charges of incitement of insurrection, making him the first president in U.S. history to be impeached twice. These events